Hello friends, today we will be making a rotating cube in CSS. This will look something like this. So let's quickly jump into the basics of how we are going to make it. So if we come here, we will see that we are going to make a cube of 200 pixels here, and there are going to be three axes on which we have to work: X, Y and Z axis. So you see all the initial faces would be here on this blue line, and then we have to shift them towards front and back and left and right, top and bottom. So we will see how we can do this. Let's get started for now. And I have already written the HTML part here, where I have the ID container cube and then this cube sides, which are basically denoting the faces of the cube. Let's start by writing the CSS for container. For container, what we will do is we will have the height as 200 pixel and the width as 200 pixel. For the cube, we are going to have the same height. For now, we can also change that, but for now we'll keep it the same. And then we will have the CSS for this class cube side, that is. For this, we are going to inherit the same height, and width we will inherit. So as you can see now, all of them are lying one below each other, which is the basic default behavior of divs, because they are having the position as static, right? So to change that and to have them on top of each other, what we have to do is we have to give position as absolute here. Yeah, now you see all of them are coming on the same place, and for now we'll give the background as red. Yeah, so now you can see that the text is coming on the top here, while we want it in the center. So for that, what we will do is we'll put the display as flex and then align items center and then justify content center. Yeah, cool. So it is in center. We can now remove this background property. So what we have to do now is we have to implement CSS for each of these, front, back and all. Let's start by the front initially. Yeah, so let's go back to the diagram now. So you see, like, all of these screens are lying on this part, on this blue square. If we have to move this into front screen, what we have to do is we have to move it 100 pixels ahead of it, or we can say that 100 pixels on this Z axis. So that's what we will do here. Let's transform it, and as we are moving on the Z axis, we are going to put translate Z and then 100 pixel. Right, we will also put background here just to know that where our screens are lying. Let's call it red and have an opacity of 0.7, so we can see the screens behind of it also. Cool. Now let's have our back face here, so that would be back and transform. So this is going to be 100 pixels beyond this point, right? So we will put translate Z into -100 pixel, and we will put the background as let's call it blue. Yeah, so for now you can see that it is lying on top of each other. This is not a basic 3D behavior. This is just stacking over one another. To make it into a 3D object, what we have to do is we have to put here transform style and preserve 3D. Yeah, see, now front is here only, but still we are not able to see the back screen. The reason for this is that the user and the z-axis are having the distance of 0 between them. That's why it's only able to see this side of it, right? So for example, let's say if you are standing just near it, so for example, let's say that you are this circle, and your distance from this front side to this side is only 0 here, right? So if it is only 0 pixel, you will be able to see this face only, right? So to change that, what we will do is we will put another property here in this container as perspective, and we are going to give it, let's say, 500 pixel. Yeah. So you see now there are two screens which are showing up because the distance between the user and the z-axis is 500 pixel here, right? So let's also put some margin here so that we have empty space around it. Yeah, yeah, better. Cool. So we have the front here, back here, and one more thing we have to do is back is only shifted towards z-axis. We also need to rotate it. So for example, what will we do is this screen here. So let's say back is here. We have to turn it around the x-axis like this so that the text on it can be read properly. So for that, what we will do is we will rotate it with relation to the x, and then it would be minus 180 degree. Yeah, we won't be able to see it right now, but soon enough we'll be seeing it. So yeah, let's also give this opacity, sorry, cool. So now back and front is ready, and now we have to go for the top face of the cube. Let's write for this, and yeah, so see the top is also initially lying as this. What we have to do is we have to move it upwards, and then we have to rotate it on this axis. So how we will do this, let's just first see by transforming it. Transform, translate. So it is going to move on this axis here, right? And that is the y-axis. So we will put translate into y, and then we will put minus 100 px. Let's also give it a background so that we can understand it better. Background as yellow. Yeah, so now I hope it is clear. Right, so the top is moving into here, and then we have to rotate it with respect to this axis, which is called as x-axis. So what we will do here is rotate x, and then it would be minus 90 degree. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you can see this here or not. Let me just lighten this one more time. So if our front is 0.5 maybe, yeah, so now it is pretty much visible, the top screen here, right? Similarly we will do for the bottom screen. Let's just copy this only. Here we have, instead of moving the screen upwards, we have to move it downwards here. So for that we will translate into 100 pixels instead of minus 100 pixel, and we will rotate it 90 degree, and we will name it as bottom, right? So as you can see here, yeah, let's also give it some another color. Let's give it purple for now. Yeah, cool. So we have covered 4 screens right now: top, front, back, and bottom. Now let's write for the left face of the cube. Now let's write for the left face of the cube, and it would go something like this. Let's put the background as sky blue here. Yeah, and what we have to do is we have to move it from here to here, right? And then rotate it. So for that, transform, we are moving it onto the x screen, right? From here we are moving it into this side. So translate x and then 100 pixel. Okay, that would be minus actually, because we have to move it to the other side. Yeah, and then we have to rotate it. So we have to rotate it with respect to this axis, and that is the y axis here. So we will do rotate y and then minus 90 degree. Yeah, so as you can see, we got the left face here. Similarly for the right face, we will give the background as let's say green. Yeah, now we will move it here, translate x into 100 pixel, so it came here, and then we have to rotate this on the y axis with 90 degree. Yeah, perfect. So this is a cube here. As you can see, this hole is the front part. What you're seeing in the back is the back part, and the rest of the four sides are here. So this is the basic cube. You can also visualize it by watching many of the sides together. What you have to do is just go to the container. You have to increase the height and weight so that you can get the whole picture of it. Yeah. So if I increase the height and width, you can see that I can see multiple sides of it. This is the front, right, and this is the bottom, left, and so on. What Okay, one thing that I missed here is I think this top should be the rotate of this top should be not minus 90, it should be 90 degrees. Yeah, and for the bottom it should be minus 90 degree. Yeah, cool. So for now we'll keep it 200 only. Okay. Now this is the cube we need. Now what about rotating it? So we can either rotate it horizontally or we can rotate it vertically. So let's try with the horizontal one first. For that we are going to animate this cube. We'll put the animate property here, and I'm putting it rotate. This rotate is going to be a keyframe here which we are going to define in a few minutes, and the time of this I'm giving as 4 seconds, and we want it to run as infinite. Let's write the keyframe rotate here. It would be keyframes rotate. We will have here 0%, and then let's say 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. Yeah. So what this basically does is it will tell us that what should happen when let's say the total time is 4 seconds here. So what should happen when 0% of that time is spent, what happens when 25% is spent, and so on, and we can do our animation based on this. So for the 0 second, what we can do is we can put okay, one thing that I would also like to do is remove the opacity here, so that we can see the front screen right now. What I'll do is I'll remove the opacity here. Yeah, here also. Yeah, so now only the front part is visible to us. So what we will do here is on 0% we don't want to rotate it. On 25% we want to rotate it to the right side, and then on 50 we want to rotate it to the back side, and so on. So let's start by writing it. Transform, translate. This is going to be revolved on this axis which is called as the y axis. So we will put y here, and then it will be 0 degree. Now let's copy it and put it here, and then we are going to rotate it from front to the right side, so it would be minus 90 degree, and then we have to rotate it like this. Then this would be minus 180 degree, minus 270 degree, and this would be minus 3 this would be again 0 degree. But it doesn't seem to rotate. Seems like I missed something. We have written rotate, and this is what we are using up here. Uh, yeah, so yeah, we wrote animate here, and this should be animation actually. Now it should work. Yeah, so now you can see it is rotating here, front, right, back, left. Okay, so as you can see it is coming back here. So for that what we can do here is we can put this as minus 360 degree. So front, right, back, left, and then again front. Yeah, so it's not reverting back to the 0 degree again. So as we see back is coming as tilted here. I think we missed the axis here. So for that we will go to back, and it should be rotating with respect to the y-axis here. So we will make it y instead of x. Yeah, now it's correct. So that's how we can make a rotating cube here. Also, if we have to rotate it vertically, what we can do is we can use rotate x instead of rotate y here. So hope you like this video and you learned something new and cool about it. So if you like this video, please press the like button and also drop some comments. I would love to hear them. Thank you.